So basically, when somebody wants to enter coffee, ठीक है, it is all that जज्बा जुनून करके दिखाऊंगा ये वो और जब आते हैं रोस्टर आता है, उन्होंने बहुत सारे वीडियोस फोटोज देखे हुए हैं कि ओ वाओ ब्यूटीफुल, क्या एक्साइटमेंट है, क्रेन आ रहा है और फिर रोस्टर आ रहा है, बीन्स आ रहे हैं एक एक करके, क्या रोमांटिक लाइफ है एंड ऑल दैट। जब वो बिकती नहीं है ना, तब है तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम। सो डोंट कम विद अ कंसेप्ट कि वो चलेगा, डोंट कम विद अ थॉट कि इट इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक सो इजी। और बिकने से ज्यादा वो जब उठाने पड़ते हैं ना बोरे यहाँ से वहाँ, वो सब करना पड़ता है। So we're going to divide this video in a few parts, alright? The first part is going to be about what all you can do in a coffee industry, basically. A lot of people think that, how do I enter this coffee market? What do I do in the coffee market? Not everybody has got that capital. Not everybody has got that experience or exposure. We're going to just address all these pointers, like what all you can do, alright? So there are various opportunities in the coffee market that you can basically enter into. So you as a coffee person entering a coffee market, you could be a roaster, you could be a brewer, you could be a coffee cupper, you could be a green bean sourcer, you could be a quality control head of a company, you could be working at the processing unit for a company and process the coffees in a particular way, or you could be somebody on the estate owner's team who basically would take care of all the processing. Then you've got manufacturing of equipments, and then you've got sales in coffee. Let me be very clear, this is not a comprehensive list. I'm just giving you a big broader picture of what all things can be done in coffee. Let's begin with the brewer. So let's say you start in a company and you join as a junior brewer. Remember that a brewer is a person basically who is not just making coffee, but he or she is also communicating about coffee, and that person becomes the face of the company. If you see, all the processing, all the roasting, all the QC, all these things will be communicated by the brewer. That is the responsibility of the brewer. Of course, then there are a lot of hierarchies in that as well. You could start off as junior brewer, you could go to senior brewer, you could be the shift manager, you could be the manager of the company, you could then start hiring for the company. So there are a lot of levels depending on each company, how basically their structure is. Second would be you join as in a roasting team. Roasting team does not just keep roasting coffees, all right? Don't think that a roaster goes inside, starts the machine and keeps roasting the coffees. There are several other things a roaster does. Packaging, like labeling, like shipping, like logistics. These all form part of a roaster. The beauty of this post is that you get to see the roasting, and at the same time you can relate to that in your cup entirely. At the same time, you can, if you're starting in a company which basically is just growing, the opportunity over there is massive because you can start roasting, you can start learning all the parameters, all the departments right away, which are gradually going to be decentralized, and then the company grows and you still know and you still have the hang of it. So I think roasting is one place where you don't think that you're just going inside and switching on a machine and the green beans are being put, that's about it. A roaster could also be a quality grader. Roaster has to be a cupper for sure. At the same time, a roaster could also go to the estates, visit the estates, speak with the estate owners and work on the processing side of things. A roaster holds a very, very important place in a coffee company. Cupper. You could start as a cupper also in a coffee company. Well, let's say I'm a coffee cupper of a particular company, and that company has got like 5-6 cafes. My role over there would be that or 5-6 roasteries, my bad, 5-6 roasteries. My role over there would be I taste the coffee from each and every roastery, and I keep cupping and I keep making the quality check of that coffee. So that is what my role would be, which is very, very, very important. I am directly in communication, in contact with the roasters, and I'll be looking at all the graphs and profiles and all the moisture readings and all the data and statistics as to what went right, what went wrong, what was the change, all these things. So this is what a cupper would do. Cupper would also cup new coffees. Cupper would also understand the new coffees that have come in from the estates. That is also one of the roles that a cupper would do. You could also be a green bean sourcer for a company. A green bean sourcer is basically who literally is like a bean hunter, literally like that. A person who would go to different estates, establish connections, speak with a lot of farmers, know what kind of coffee are they having, what is the output this season they have, make sure go to the estate, start working with the harvest before the harvest season, and make an entire strategy of what the company wants, what the owner wants, and then be the bridge between the estate owners and the coffee company. So that is what a green bean sourcer could be. You could also be a green bean sourcer for multiple companies. If you got great connections, if you got a great knowledge over a period of time, you could be like a green bean sourcer for a lot of companies, because different companies have got different demands and different coffee estates have got different coffees. They just want, so you be the bridge between these two. Also, we are right now just talking about India. There is a huge scope of international also. So if your company is sourcing coffee from outside, you could be a green bean sourcer for other company, or you could be a green bean sourcer for other companies in India. So that is also one aspect. So then another thing is the QC head. Now, quality control head is one of the most important posts in coffee. A quality control head is not just taking care of the roasting, but he or she is also taking care of the coffee that is being brewed at the cafes and is in direct touch with the manager or the shift manager of the individual cafe. So imagine there are like 50 cafes, and QC head would be basically communicating between these 50 different cafes, the managers of those 50 different cafes, understanding what is a refractometer, what is the extraction time, what is the taste coming out, what are the complaints coming. That is the brewing side of things. The person could also coordinate with the roasting team as to if there are 3-4 roasting units. He or she could communicate with these roasting units as well, understanding why the profile went wrong, why the profile went right, all those things. So QC head, it's very difficult to explain. It depends on company to company again, but it is it's a very demanding job, I would say. A very demanding job, but I think it's a very rewarding one as well. Processor, now there could be, you could be a processor also. Basically, you could be great at applying your knowledge of fermentations or how chemical reactions happen with the coffee, and all those things. You don't need to come from a science background again. So what does a processor do is, let's say you are a processor for a particular company. You would be staying at the estates and you'll be processing the coffee in a particular way that the coffee that your company wants. You could be moving from one estate to the other estate to the other estate. So these are also the avenues which you should be looking at as well. This is another very challenging and a fantastic job. Now, all these estate owners, these big farmers, they want really good people who can help them achieve their goals and get their green beans harvested and processed in a certain manner, which can be presented for different awards, different big companies, different home brewers. I'm a processor of an estate owner, and this estate is massive, and at the same time this estate is working with like 10 different companies. These 10 different companies have got different demands of their coffee. I'm the person who's going to fulfill those demands by processing the coffees in a particular way for one company, particularly for the second company. So I am basically the catalyst who would make my estate owner's dreams and his targets being achieved on the ground. So I could be that person. What it takes is a lot of understanding of the crop, a lot of understanding of how the agriculture side of things work. I know a few people who had no experience whatsoever in agriculture, but they just picked it up. It took them a while, but with a lot of reading and a lot of speaking with a lot of people, I think you can pick it up very well. Then you could be a manufacturer of all these equipments, these big equipments and accessories that come along with a coffee machine. Not just espresso machine, not just the manual bar, not just the coffee brewing side of things, but you got these QC, quality control techniques, quality control tools. You got these roasting machine tools. You got a lot of things of which you could be the manufacturer of, and that actually would also mean that you could be a great distributor. So if you've got a passion for coffee and and if you've got some great inputs of manufacturing, I think you can club that together and be a great manufacturer as well. Yeah, and actually as of now, manufacturing of coffee equipment slash tools and accessories is one of the most important things that India now needs more. There are a few companies who are doing it a very brilliant job, but I'm sure even they would say that they want more in the market right now, so that more people start knowing about what coffee is all about. Then comes the sales category of things, where basically you could be great at sales and you love drinking coffee. You want to do some pitch over a cup of coffee. So you can be a sales guy for a company who could be taking the sales and marketing of, not marketing, but sales of a coffee company, and then pushing their coffee beans to different shelves and different cafes and different hotels. You could also be a marketeer, you could also be a distributor. So that's what the coffee community now basically has opened up It's a huge avenue. So how do you start? I think of all these things, starting is not difficult. It's very easy now to get into coffee. The challenge will come that how do you scale? How do you move to the next steps? How do you start gathering knowledge of every single thing? So that is where you basically would face the challenge in, rather than starting out or where to start out. That where to start, more or less the questions have been answered. Now is a challenge where you basically, how do you scale up on that? So one thing is there that without me wanting to discourage you, neither do I want to put a rose shaded glasses on you. I want to give a reality check of the coffee market and the coffee job. There is not much money involved as such in the beginning, probably, and also it depends on a lot of things how you take it up. If you're coming into the coffee industry just because you think it's super cool or something like that, I think you're gonna make a fool out of yourself from that. It is just like any other job, just that you should have passion for it, so it adds up as a passionate lifestyle, I would say. But do remember that it becomes that you have to do the mundane things every day. Let's say, for example, if you think that you've seen a cafe as a guest, all right, you say that I would also want to be that brewer who is pumping out the espressos and pouring those latte arts and talking to the guests and all that. You're just looking at that side. You're not looking at the amount of Excel sheets, the amount of to-dos, the amount of garbage bins that the person has to pick up, because that's a part of a job. Again, I'm not saying that you must not have thought about it, but I'm just saying that don't underestimate the amount of work that it takes to be in coffee industry. All right, everybody who's been in the coffee industry for maybe a year or more at least, that person would definitely know that it's not easy. It looks very fancy, but there's a lot of stuff that goes behind it to make it look fancy. All right, so that's something that just remember, that's very important. Cool. So there's a lot to talk about it. There's a lot more to discuss about this, but I would like you guys to put that in the comment section of what do you think about what more categories could be there in the coffee industry, because I am sure there are. I know that there are a lot we haven't covered entirely, but do put it in the comment section, and at the same time share this video with somebody who's actually thinking or told or has mentioned that I want to start a coffee company or I want to get into coffee. Please do share. This is only about giving the facts and not discouraging or maybe encouraging too much and not giving the right picture. This is just a plain truth of the coffee industry.